I think it's
Is
okay.
it
I think
okay?
it's synced now. Yeah, I think it's okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So
Great.
can you just
Let's
go
continue
over
then.
those examples? Yeah, please.
Yeah, I was saying that I ensure you that we are going to do it on
Mhm.
time, or I assure you that we will complete it on time. Is there any difference, or can we use only one out of the two word?
No, 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 not really. There's not much difference between the two, so it's okay. All right. Uh, it can be interchangeably used. But when we are giving like speaking test or writing test as such, at that time you have to be very particular about the meanings of each word. Okay.
Right.
So I think ensure is like given a guarantee that something is, like you are guaranteeing something.
Okay.
Okay. So guaranteeing or maybe action. Uh, for example, the one example you gave me just now is that I can ensure that we will do it. Okay. So you were just
Yeah.
saying that I'm guaranteeing, right? I give you a guarantee that maybe the product is going to last for 5 years, something like that. I ensure. I ensure that,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
assure is more of like removing doubts. If you are hesitant, if you are not sure, at that time you can say, "No, I assure that you're gonna do very, very well in your exams," or I assure that uh, I can't even think of an example. Hmm, 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 hmm. I assure you that I think it can be interchangeably used. I think, right?
Yeah, that's what I was also thinking. That
Yeah,
there should be no, I mean, no restriction of using any of the two words, and both could have been right in
yeah,
that sentence, in
yeah.
that context.
What
So, okay,
happened
let's.
while giving the test?
No, I mean, I was said that ensure is wrong. Assure would be used, but
Hmm.
since these online tests are like that, you
Yeah.
don't. It's like one-way communication. So I was not able to interact.
Okay. Maybe we are not able to understand the proper difference. Okay, because yeah, there is a difference, and I'm not able to explain you right now. There is a difference. Ensure and assure. It depends on the context. Okay, assure is like
Definitely.
removing any kind of doubts or hesitation on somebody. Okay, for example, maybe, oh, all right, yeah, yeah, okay. So you want to travel to Darjeeling, and you are worried that the weather might be miserable, like quite, not good. Okay, it can rain, or it can perhaps it cannot be a very good weather. So maybe you're just doubtful with that, and I'm just giving you confidence that, oh, I assure you, you come here, you're not gonna face any problems like such. I assure you. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm
And
assuring.
at the same time,
Uh-huh.
what if the government agencies are there? They can ensure that okay, whatever planning has been done, we
Oh,
ensure you
yeah.
that nothing will happen. You will
Yes.
complete your journey easily.
Exactly. Ensure.
Okay.
See, there's a nuance of difference. Very difficult to identify, right? Even I think only advanced speakers, or who has been studying this language for more than 20, 30 years, will be able to understand. Okay. But yeah, you can take help from ChatGPT as well. Have you ever tried doing that?
Definitely.
Yeah. Because these kind of differences, we sometimes in our colloquial speech, we tend to interchange,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. You
So
reminded me. Will I have used sometime Capital app, and I can search this there as well.
what do you use?
Capital,
Sorry?
Capital or something like that.
What's that?
Copilot, Copilot, not Capilot. It's
Okay.
Copilot in Windows.
Oh, okay, okay. I'm not aware. I'm not familiar with that. But
Instead
anyway,
of
I'm sure that it's
Google
okay.
Chrome, like it's like Chrome or the way we
Oh, it's
use
like a
Chrome.
browser.
It is, yeah, it's like
Web
browser,
browser.
Copilot browser.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. So maybe you can take help from that as well. So you have been
right,
given
right.
out tests like this.
Yeah, I keep taking like whenever I'm practicing, I do
Mhm.
get such links, and then
Mhm.
sometimes I try. So it
Hmm.
was like that.
Okay, 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 okay. All right. So you
It
you
was
are
from
just
BBC maybe, yeah.
BBC.
BBC Learning English or BBC website. So it
Uh,
was test of that around 45 question and I got 41 correct out of that.
oh
So I
wow.
was thinking
Okay.
that okay, yeah.
Okay. What does it test on? Your hold of vocabulary or your grammar?
Overall, like
Overall.
grammar, vocabulary, it was mixture uh,
Mm,
in
mm.
three phases like B1, B2, and C1. So
Okay.
can
All right.
you cross this level or can you reach that level? Something
Maybe I
like
should
that.
also
So
start giving these kind of tests, right? Yeah, it can be very good for your own command over the language, as in how good are you at
yeah,
you.
definitely. And one of the mistakes that I made that uh, bothered me that okay, even today I'm making these mistakes because that was pretty simple one for me, but because of the speed, like I was going through it in a speed, so I clicked
Oh,
it, and after that I realized that okay, I have made a mistake.
what
Just in
happened?
the it was like present perfect tense, so the sentence was in present perfect, but last has been used in that word. And out of the four, I had to pick one, and I picked that one. So
Hmm.
with present perfect, we don't use last. For if we are using last, we have to use past indefinite.
Hmm.
Like I have been there last week, or I went there last week, something like that.
Okay. 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 All right. Yeah. So it's okay. You can improve your accuracy in this manner, the way how you speak, right?
Yeah,
Very good.
definitely.
Very good. So what do you want to talk about today, Raj? Do you have any topic in mind?
Once again, I'm clueless. Like I have booked your session just at 11, 9 or 10 maybe.
Uh-huh.
So I was nothing in mind.
You had nothing in mind.
I had nothing in mind. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds interesting.
One of my favorite topics. So whenever I'm running out of ideas, I bring up this topic. Okay, money.
Yeah.
So some people say that money is evil, right? If you have a lot of money, then ego comes in you, and you may not be as humble and modest as one should be. What do you think about this? Do you think that money is evil?
I don't believe it completely.
Hmm.
I don't believe on this statement completely because I have seen so many examples, so many people who have achieved so much, yet they are so down to earth. And the very simple example would be Sachin Tendulkar and Rahul Dravid. Just look at them, that they are the pillar or of Indian cricket,
Hmm.
and yet they are so humble.
Hmm.
So it all depends on the person. It differs from person to person. But like I said, I don't believe on it completely. In the same way, there is some evident examples that the moment people get rich or they start earning more, they get that kind of ego in themselves. So they start behaving in that way.
Hmm. Could you
So
give me some
I would
examples?
only say it depends on, or it differs from person to person. It is based on their composure, how composed they are. On the basis of that, they will behave. It hardly matters that how much they make.
Hmm. Okay. Is money important to you, Raj?
Because if we are living our life in this materialistic world,
Mhm.
no matter what we think or we try to do, in every way, we require money. So in
Uh-huh.
that way, just to live a satisfied life or maintain the status that I have been living on for quite a few years till now, I do need money. Or sometimes even for the sake of doing my hobbies, enjoying my life, like traveling or doing whatever I want. So in that way, money is essential, and we should ensure that whatever we are making, we in a utilize it wisely, and and be humble,
Yeah.
because at the end, what is the most important thing, that
Mm,
you enjoy the friendship or the relationship with every people or that who
every person,
surrounds you
every person,
in
not every
such a
people.
way. Yeah, yeah, every person
Mhm.
that surrounds you, you enjoy a good rapport with them, and you can enjoy that only if you are humble in nature.
Mm. Okay, and I think you rightly use the word ensure. Over there, you cannot use assure, right? So that's why there's a difference
Okay.
between the two, right? You rightly used ensure.
Yeah,
Ensure is like giving a guarantee, like I said, right? We are focusing on the action. Please ensure you fill out the forms. Please ensure you save money, right?
yeah, right, of course.
Ensure that you be on time, right? So it's like about taking
Right,
action. But when you say assure,
right,
you are
right.
just assuring something, assuring somebody most of the time, right? I assure you, you don't have to worry. For example, if I'm the doctor and maybe you have come to me because you're not feeling well, perhaps, okay? I assure you, you don't have to worry about anything. I assure you that you relax, right? So I'm just giving confidence in you. So that's a difference, yeah? See? Even I didn't know that earlier, but now in the conversation, I'm able to understand. Oh, there's a difference. Otherwise, I was thinking it was
Yeah, right, right.
interchangeably used. Yeah. So things can like these, like similar sounding words, similar looking words, they exist and it can be very difficult sometimes.
Definitely.
All right. Anyway, then, do you consider yourself as financially literate, Raj? In today's time, are you financially wise?
I don't think so,
Why?
because uh, to be financially wise,
Hmm.
we can bifurcate this in two ways. One, in you are able to manage the money
Why
that you
use
have,
bifurcate?
because let me complete my answer first.
Hmm.
So one thing is that you are good in managing the money you have, and another thing is that you are good in creating the money with that money itself, while being, I mean, good knowledge of having good knowledge of investment, or multiple what do we call, the chit funds or mutual funds. So
Hmm.
if you have good knowledge of all these things, where you can invest your money, you can create money from your money, then I think you are financially literate.
Hmm. So,
So one is of that level, and another one who is financially literate, someone who can manage whatever money he has in
mhm.
such a way that he completes all his work regularly, uh, quite easily, and then he feels satisfied at the same time as well, even though he does not have a good amount of knowledge in relation to where do I need to invest my money and all that.
Mhm. Do you
Did
live
I
below
make,
your means?
I mean, did my answer make any sense to you?
Yeah, I can understand that. So one, you divide it into two parts, or two
Yeah,
branches rather. One is one who can invest, who knows how to invest, and who is quite knowledgeable about these mutual funds and all the other schemes out there, like investment plans. And another is somebody who knows how to live beyond, or sorry, below their means, who can manage even whatever they earn, from that they can manage and they can make their ends meet. Not only make their
right,
ends meet, but they can also save up for their future as well, right?
right, right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. So which category do you fall under?
I do not have knowledge of multiple mutual funds and where to invest,
Mhm.
so I will fall in the another category.
Okay, somebody who lives below their means
Yeah,
and okay, and likes to grow their money from there onwards. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. 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 All right. Do you think that having a lot of money brings ego in a normal person, in a normal human being? I'm not talking about like other people, like saints and all,
To
but
some extent, of course, many of us, like I explained the answer in detail, the previous answer, that is almost related to this one as well. That to some extent, many of us get some ego because of uh, the amount of money that we earn.
Mhm.
But there are people who can manage the money well, even after having good amount of money. They can behave the way they were used to earlier.
Yeah. How do you handle a question when somebody asks you about your salary? How do you handle such kind of question?
For the time being, have not been in that situation uh, more often, but I feel if I am asked such type of question, I can only answer that yes, I do manage to make the amount which is essential for me.
Mm, yeah. Should we tell our or reveal our salaries to people? Should we?
Depends that where are you, the who with whom you are talking with,
Uh-huh.
or whom you are you talking with whom.
Mm. Yeah, I think this can be very uncomfortable question. People sometimes they don't have filter, right? And
Uh,
they can ask such kind of questions, right? And obviously, it can be very difficult to deflect such kind of questions.
so
But yeah,
how do you manage? Have you ever been in this situation?
yes, I have multiple times. Okay, and I end up telling them the real number which I earned, and after
Okay.
that I regret. Right? Maybe I
Okay.
remind myself, or I just tell myself I shouldn't have said that. Right? Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Because what happens that it's like a double-edged sword, right?
Right.
Yeah, you can either give reveal the lowest number, or the highest number. Either ways, you're getting, you're not proving anything to anyone in a way, right? I think
Right.
people have become very judgmental these days. It depends, like the respect, the amount of respect depends on the number of uh, bank balance the person has, right?
Definitely.
Or the
Yeah.
money that they earn, the CTC. Now nowadays it has become very shallow, right?
Right. Right.
Yeah, I also think that. And even if I say that, oh, I earned this much of money, like if it's a lot, then that person is just respecting me, or maybe pretending to respect in terms of the money that I earn. If I'm not earning that much, I may not have that kind of respect in their eyes, in the society as well, and in the family members, with relatives. Things like I have.
Definitely. And
Mhm.
like you said, it is double-edged sword. So sometimes it also happens that the moment you reveal your actual figure and it is too high, then they will start doubting and they will ask counter question. Oh, you really make this much? How? So they ask this way as well.
Yeah.
Have Have you felt that as well?
Uh-huh. So far, not not really. I haven't. They haven't asked me any kind of questions like such. It's probably I
Okay.
make pretty average.
Okay.
Yeah. If I go on and tell them about the number of if I ever do in the future, right? And that means yeah, I might get that those kind of questions, and I have to learn how to deflect or how to answer it in a diplomatic, in a you know in a diplomatic.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think it's an art that you have to learn, right? I think the way how you answered was really well, right? I just make enough that I can sustain myself, enough to sustain myself, right?
Right.
That's a beautiful way to answer. Yeah, brilliant. Okay. Mm. All right, all right, all right. Okay. So, are you generous, Raj? Are you a bit generous with your money that you earn, that you get?
Uh, I could not get the context.
in a way, whatever that you earn, do you like to give away some portions of it to those who are needy or who are in need, as in making a donation or making a charity or being generous enough to help people out, especially people in the street? Do you like to do that as well?
Yeah, I do that, but not on a regular basis.
Mhm.
So, uh, if I explain in detail, on different occasions, like Deepavali or any other occasions, like 3 or 4 times a year, I try to donate. Or
Mm.
that is what I have been able to till now, because I make a very meager amount of money till date.
Mhm.
So I feel that if I had been able to make around 4 or 5 times of what I'm making,
Yeah.
I would have been able to contribute on a monthly basis. Whatever I contribute in 3 or 4 times a year, I would have been able to contribute that much
Mhm.
every month. And that would have been uh, a situation where I would have been felt
Mm.
satisfied that, okay, I'm making some contribution.
Yeah.
But for the time being, whatever I make, it's just like, uh, what do we say? Yeah, a drop in
At
ocean.
least, yeah, at least you are
Yeah,
doing it. Yeah, doesn't matter how much we earn, right? Be it a lot or less. It depends on how generous you are, or how kind of a person.
yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, like I said, a drop in the ocean. So no matter how much we make and we contribute, even that would be a drop in the ocean
Mm.
if we think in bigger term, in larger term. But it's okay. Whatever we make sure that we have that kind of
Yeah.
heart, that we are able to contribute. We are willing to contribute. That that kindness or that feeling is the most important thing.
And I'm a huge believer of what you give will return eventually, right? So I think we all have to be very kind, and uh, because the money that we earn is just, you know sometimes it is out of pure luck, right?
Definitely,
Although we work hard, but I think there's a tinge of luck that also has some role to play, in your position, in your situation at that time, and you have to be grateful and just give out to the universe in one way or the other, and eventually
definitely,
it returns. I'm a huge believer of that. It returns. So
right, right.
yeah.
And the way you say that, that tinge of luck, that is always there in everybody's life.
Yeah.
For the, I mean, for example, whatever opportunities that I am enjoying
Uh-huh.
because I was born in certain family, that
Yeah.
is also a love.
Yes.
Because had I been born in some families or some poor families, I
Mhm.
would have not been able to complete my study. So I think that way as well.
Definitely,
That
yes.
whatever we have, definitely uh, luck favors, and it is uh, to some extent we are lucky to enjoy whatever we are enjoying.
Yeah, great, great. Few things that are not in our hands, right? So we have to consider ourselves as lucky. Like you said, we are born in a certain family. We are born in a certain family, and henceforth we are able to continue our education, our career.
Definitely.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, wow. I think today you spoke really well, Raj. You're very much clear with your idea and the way how you expressed quite well. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm. And nowadays, what I see is that you have become more natural.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That is the goal. Okay, it's not to be accurate all the time. The way how I speak
Definitely.
or the way how other people speak, they are not accurate all the time. It is not possible to be accurate, but how naturally you can express yourself, right?
Yeah. Even I'm working on that only because I have been told more often by different tutors that, Raj, you have to work more on this natural thing, that non-verbal communication, basically, that you have to sound more natural because you already have a good amount of knowledge,
Mhm.
and vocabulary is something that we have to work on till for lifelong. that we can never be perfect in vocabulary. So if you want to reach your desired level, you are lacking in the confidence
Yeah.
in your presentation skill and your other things like intonation and voice modulation thing. That if I'm able to work on all this, then I would definitely reach the desired level.
Okay. So, Raj, I'm sorry I have to keep it till here today, okay? But I
Yeah, of
really
course.
enjoyed conversing with you. And tomorrow or maybe next time I will see you again. Okay, Raj?
Yeah,
Bye.
definitely. Bye for now.
You.
See you in another session.
See you. Yeah, sure.